Hello and welcome back to Adventure's Edge, Heroes of the Vale, episode number 7.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Everybody recover yet from that nasty little fight we had last time?
Oh,
Didn't need recovering.
it was glorious.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the enemy was the least scary part of that.
Honestly, yeah.
Everybody's fine.
We're all okay here.
Emotionally scarred.
No, remember I covered it up so nobody could see it but me and Zinnia.
It made noise.
I just assumed that I hummed the whole time.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about Trunk's comment from, was that episode, when the Cauldron episode, and Zinnia was like, sizzle, sizzle, and then you had made the comment, hope it's not like that for people. Well, we got that answer.
I was probably like, just whistle while you work. Yeah.
It's not demented in any way.
Awesome.
All right. Well, glad to have you all back. We are going to get into the action because we are well into this adventure and there's still a little ways to go. But you guys have racked up some experience. Not yet level 2, but it's not too far off. A few more episodes.
Oh,
You're earning it though. So who's going to recap for me today?
Hey, Daroon has got a bit of a story for you.
Oh, Daroon. I was wondering when we'd hear from
Ah,
Daroon.
yes, I'm a wordsmith by many. Called the songbird of my generation.
Wow.
So the way I recall it, we were walking through the forest, and we were looking for the Dwarven runes. We had to get to a lake, and we heard some music. I was told it was god-awful. I've never really experienced out-of-tune things, but I know what they sound like now. Fortunately, we had a great bard by our side, and he was able to come upon a group of his friends. Funnily enough, they knew Trunk as well, because Trunk gives good hugs, I found out. And Bramble was able to turn this misfit music into this beautiful, beautiful sound within an hour. Fortunately, I kept my lunch down in that case. We kept on going further, and the smell of the lake hit my nostrils. But unfortunately, we came upon a hurt fox, and we were able to get it out of the trap. But what we did not know is we were being watched by something who put an arrow through my friend's arm and then proceeded to want to hurt us more. But that was the last of that. Through spells of entanglement and pokey things, we were able to, quote-unquote, subdue our enemy, and then our fine fairy plunged something into his eyeball, and that was that. So here we are on the edge of the lake. Not only did we find a camp, we found a canoe. So we can cross the lake a little bit quicker than walking. That's how I assume, at least. So here we are, and we should probably get across this lake, yeah?
Here we are indeed. So you have some options, but I think that Tommy was saying something about the fox.
Yeah, as I recall, I gave him a nice meal, and I was just wondering if he was able to finish it.
Yeah, he didn't because he
Not wanting to eat.
well, he probably had lost his appetite, still being very injured, and we had a quick convo about what he would have done because a natural animal, as Matt pointed out, would have just fled. But I'm imagining that Nipper did kind of run over, and the two of them, I don't know, were doing foxy. Basically, he was providing some fox comfort, and they're in the brush, maybe a dozen yards away, and it's still kind of making whimpering noises. I'm sure Zinnia's amazing diplomacy check had really helped.
Handle animal.
Handle animal, yes,
Mm-hmm.
handle animal. So if you want to do something with the fox, you can try that now, or whoever wants to do that.
Would it like perhaps to heal? Do you think a healing spell will help its leg?
Well, we got to do something. It's hurt.
I'm not a biologist, but I am a druid, so I should probably know these things about animals, huh?
I mean, you would know that a healing
Yeah.
spell would heal.
Okay, well, I will tell Nipper, or through you, I'm going to try to heal its leg. So if I can get close to it, I will also try to handle an animal. But I will get close to it to heal it.
I will try and calm him again while we're healing.
So I actually have a question about Darune's druid archetype.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not have wild empathy?
I do not. But I do have it as a handle animal as a skill.
Okay.
And then
Okay,
I have bond, so I've got a +3 just based upon who I am, just for handle animal, and then I get +4 with Corda. So it's +7 with Corda, but just +3 with everybody else. But no, I do not, because I have other things, which is the finding the spirits.
Yeah. Okay. All right, then. So you're gonna try to approach the fox.
Approach very, just like I would approach. I mean, I'm familiar with how to approach animals, I would assume, and just wanting to cast a heal.
Okay. Well, then give me. Now, you'd had asked for some aid.
Correct.
Bramble and Rosinia, did you want to try to aid in
Yes.
corralling the fox? So
Yes.
Go ahead and Bramble, were you also going to try?
I'll stand back for this one.
I successfully assist.
I got a 13.
Nice. Okay. So that gives you +2 for 15.
Yep.
So then you can approach the fox. I mean, the fox is skittish, but actually in this case, I don't know. We're going to say that Nipper's also aiding to a degree. So you are able to approach the fox, and it's definitely, I don't know if I'm going to call it friendly yet, but it understands that you guys are out to help it.
I'll put a good berry in my other hand and see if it wants to take from it. And, I don't know if a good berry, a fox would eat berries, yeah?
Oh, absolutely.
And a good berry will also nourish it for the day and also give it a hit point back. Since I have them, and then I will cast the full heal, like a cure light wounds on.
Okay. You cast. Okay, so you kneel down. It lets you get close enough to touch it. It takes the berry out of your hand hungrily, and then you touch it just in time to fill it full of healing energies, and you watch its little wound close up. Now it is still going to be limping for some time because it has a debilitating injury, but it will get better. So it definitely feels a lot better. And do you want to do anything else to try to?
I'm just going to tap it on his little fox hind, and if these two want to keep doing it, I'm just going to step away calmly.
Okay. I mean, then if at that point nobody wants to try to do anything further with the fox,
I don't know what else. I mean,
I want to give the
Sure.
option. Then then it actually will grab that hawk up and.
I will give it some ear scritches and tell it to go be safe.
All right, then it will yip at you thankfully and grab the hawk up and go darting off into the woods.
and I did find that my magic stone is actually they can last for a half hour, so I'm going to give one to Bramble for his sling, and then I'll keep 2.
All right,
So if they still have power for a half hour,
so
we'll see if we can make it across the lake.
If I throw something deadly at you in the next 30 minutes, you're good.
Speaking of something deadly, I'll go up to Tommy. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'll tough it out.
I just kind of stare at you for a long moment to determine if I think you're still have injuries or
Yeah,
not.
I mean, while you're staring at me, you can see the blood pouring from me, so it's probably not that difficult.
Gotcha. Well, then I will pat you on the shoulder and praise you. That's very good and strong of you. And then I will also heal him again. Out of combat. Now, did you say we don't have to roll for that?
Yep.
So it's just flat max?
Yep.
Okay. So then,
It's one of those really generous things I give to my players.
woohoo. So that would be 11 then.
Okay, I'm feeling perfectly fine.
I think my rationale for that has always been you've got time to just stand there. Nobody's running around. You just put your hands on them and give them all that healing energy.
Cool.
I feel great.
Plus, it speeds recovery because Recovery is otherwise pretty slow.
And you had a couple of those leather cords from last session's stuff, right?
Yes.
I will grab a couple of those.
Absolutely.
Looking at my half-completed lance, figuring that will probably help.
Can you just cut a small piece for me? I just need like a small piece of the leather.
Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll cut it and give it. I would like to collect my spear as well from wherever that is. I threw it and it stabbed him, but I don't know if it went with him.
I'm assuming he just fell.
Got it.
Yeah. So quick recap on. I mean, I sounded like everybody sort of divvied things up, and we were kind of talking off air about who was going to keep track of these things because that is not me. So Tommy, you took the +2 composite strength bow and the arrows in the quiver. There was a simple knife. Somebody just needed a little pocket knife or skinny knife.
Yeah, I will take a knife.
All right. So it is basically utility, but if you do try to stabby something, it does 1d3 damage. Then there was a camp kit with some little pots and things, if anybody needed that. I recall Tommy took the pelts, or was that Darren?
I took the pelts.
Darren took the pelts.
Some small cane pelts.
And then there were 15 silver coins, which...
I'll just throw that in a bag for now then.
All right. And it sounds like you guys divvied out the leather cords, and there was a tree stand. If anybody wanted a tree stand.
I think it's just going to slow us down.
Yeah, I didn't figure on taking that.
Okay.
It seemed kind of heavy.
But the canoe.
Oh yeah. And so
Canoe.
and there was a small camp. There wasn't really much in the way of the camp. There is a lightweight bedroll in the camp. Oh, and there is actually a coil of rope, just some basic utility rope, a 50-foot bit of rope there, if somebody needed some rope. And there was some food that he had previously cooked. So there's a couple meals worth of meat and then a large canoe.
Well, if we want to hang out here for a while, we could rest up and then take the canoe to cross the lake. Or it would speed it up.
I imagine you're probably the best at this whole canoeing thing.
I mean, I don't like to toot my own horn, but
Toot.
beep, beep.
So, how many of us know how to swim? There's one hand up.
I can make do, but
I suppose I can swim, just not very well.
I mean, we could shave.
So we
No,
can just
not
float,
me.
right?
We could shave a lot of time by taking a canoe.
So, how long do you think it'll take across to get this lake with novice?
Would I have an estimate for that? I mean, I worked on the fishing boats my whole life.
You
2 knots.
absolutely would have an estimate. Canoe speed, I guess that'd be, there's rowboat. That's probably the equivalent of a canoe. What do you think?
Yeah.
Mm,
Canoe's going
It's
to be a
just a
little
different
faster.
kind
yeah, I was
boat.
going to
I
say,
would say, yeah.
a canoe's going to be faster than a rowboat.
So rowboat's rated at 1.5 miles an hour. So if we think a canoe is slightly faster, then we'll just say you could cross the lake in probably 2 hours.
I mean, we could make it across in about 2 hours.
And it's a
Yeah.
mid-afternoon.
Yeah, maybe faster depending on how well you guys row.
And I'm pretty sure we could avoid crossing one of the rivers that's in our way.
Ooh.
So, because, I mean, we're going to need to get across a river. That's going to be a big deal.
Are we all
actually,
okay
you
with
could-
that then?
Actually, it would be if 1.5. Yeah, it's only because it's only about 2 miles across. Actually, yeah, you could probably do it in just a
And
little.
that's
over.
2 miles straight across.
Yeah,
That's the widest area. And we're going to the northeast, right?
yeah. So yeah, definitely just slightly over an hour. Actually, thinking about
I
it.
mean, we could really.
Well, let's do that then. It's not going to get dark for at least, another 4 hours, 5 hours?
Yeah.
how big is the canoe and how likely is it going to handle an 8-foot, 400-pound person?
That is an excellent question.
Yep.
It's solid. It was built.
So is he.
It was built by dwarves.
Yeah, that's that's
Well,
a given.
what if I'm not going to get in the canoe, so you can deduct my weight from
6
it?
ounces gone there.
Well, and we got Nipper and Quarter, right?
Yeah.
Quarter might be able to swim a little bit, but not all the way.
I mean, yeah, Nipper can swim a little bit.
I could probably swim the whole way.
How about we just make the plan of you all get inside the canoe and I will hang on the back and kick?
I mean, if you want to be a bit of extra help, that I don't know much about this.
All right, so let's just do quick math here. So how much do you weigh?
I weigh 345 pounds plus gear. So
Okay,
comes
so
to rounds out about 400 pounds.
400 pounds.
Well, you can put your gear in. You don't have to carry. Oh wait, I already took you out of the boat.
Okay. And Bramble, what are you waiting over there?
Let's see. 120.
This is the fun part. How much do you weigh?
About 140 with items.
Okay, so we're about 5.5 here. Tommy,
I'll figure about 200.
7.5. All right.
That's 175 with everything, including myself.
Okay. So
Quarters.
I mean, all in all, you guys, even with gear, so we're looking at roughly about 1,000 pounds.
Yeah,
That's what we're talking about.
that's right.
Okay. So this is I did describe it as a large canoe.
Yes.
It's about a 17-foot canoe, and I actually had to go find the rating on that, and it's about 1,200 pounds.
Yeah.
So it will hold you guys. Now, I think it would probably be tippy, just because of the center mass. So that would require some degree of skill to get across safely.
It would be
And
very
it would
just
be very. I mean, it's going to be sitting a little low in the water, but Tommy, you assess it, and you think you could do it.
I mean, it's going to be perfectly safe. Nothing's going to go wrong. We'll be fine.
All right. Let's do it then.
I'm for it.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it's going to save us some time,
It's going to
Well,
save us a lot of time. It
Tommy's
might
an
even save us a day.
Tommy's an expert at this, so let's.
I do it every
Does it look like there might
day.
be rain?
Give me a survival check.
You can canoe in the rain, yeah?
Yeah, but I mean, the wind might be a problem if it is rainy.
Hmm.
We've got like tree trunk over here. He's catching all the breeze. You know,
Should he sit in the middle?
Oh, I got an 18.
I mean, I've got engineering as one of my
as it turns
skills.
out, he will be sitting in the middle.
You, Zinnia, you kind of you put your finger in the air and test the breeze. You think it's going to be a nice day. It is getting to be a little overcast,
Do
and you think
engineering.
it may rain tonight or tomorrow.
If it rains, I'll have to get back in the canoe, though,
Of course.
because I can't fly in the rain.
That's okay. If you get in, I'll get out.
Okay.
It'll be evensies.
Okay.
Well then,
Yeah, Zinnia, what do you weigh sopping wet?
I have no idea what I weigh.
well, you're what, about a foot tall?
I am 12.5 inches tall.
That's with your wings.
Yes.
Okay. And I imagine that you're probably slight frame,
Yes.
just for flying reasons.
Yes.
So you're probably, I mean, literally probably less 10 ounces, I would say, or less.
Oh, that's like 10 slices of bread. She's weighs more than that.
Yeah.
Bread. 10
You know,
ounces?
well, I'll pull up.
She's got bone and meat, so
We'll get you a size.
what do you mean
weight
bread in
chart.
this?
I have to
You're not
imagine
even a baker.
You're not even 10 pounds, though. I mean, way under 10 pounds. You're probably like,
I said 10 ounces.
That's what you said. That's way less.
yeah, no, I mean, I was thinking like,
Oh.
she's like nowhere near a significant weight. She's probably,
Like 5 pounds?
that's what I'm imagining. But that even might be a bit much.
3 pounds?
So we'll find out. You know,
I don't know.
we can find out.
Well, we're going to
There's-
find a scale, and we're going to find out.
All right, we'll get that. Inquiring minds need to know what a
How much does the
12-inch
weigh?
ferry weighs, and I know we can get it, but we're going to do it later.
Okay.
But you will not be the one that sinks the boat.
So, how I would like to prep this is trunk needs to sit kind of in the middle,
Mhm.
but maybe like the middle back,
Right.
right? I'm going to sit all the way up in the front, okay?
All right.
And then I'm going to have the dwarf right up front with me because I've got to keep him calm.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to have Bramble all the way in the back,
Okay.
right? And so that way it's like a little bit lower in the center, not, the front, because most of the weight's going to be in the back.
All right, fair enough.
And what about the wolf?
Yeah, I actually suddenly realized, how much does that wolf weigh?
Oh, probably 100 pounds. A full size female wolf is a large. It's not a large medium, but still,
It's okay. They're going to sit right behind you.
Yeah. In all seriousness, she can swim a bit too. She's.
Well, the problem is a bit because,
or she can walk, or she can run around the lake.
And then I'm going to take that rope, and I would like to tie the rope around you, Trunk, and me, so we'll be connected. Because my plan is at some point I'm going to have to jump out because we weigh too much and to swim alongside the boat.
She does have a swim.
And if I
skill,
start to sink, I'm going to need you to
How many
grab me,
paddles
yeah.
are there?
That's another good question.
I don't know.
There are 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Looks like wolves can weigh anywhere between 80 and 160. So
say 90 then? 85? It's a female, so.
females are about half,
I don't know.
all right,
60 to
so-
120.
But she is big
Well,
and
she's a
growing.
wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way, less than 100 pounds. So
We're still under.
You're still.
We're good.
You're just still
Nipper
slightly.
is about 26 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to work.
This is nothing will go wrong here. Okay, so you've acquired what you want.
Yeah.
You've kind of cleared the camp, healed the fox,
Yep.
settled yourself with a plan. You're getting the canoe into the water. You're tying people in, and
It's going to work.
Bramble, perhaps there's a song you could play to
Make the water nice to us.
make the water nice to us. And I believe, don't they have a rhythm when they come rowing? Isn't that the thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I definitely could provide some entertainment while we cross
Thank
the
you.
water.
Maybe something inspiring for our friend. He's not so keen on
Of course.
water.
Well, there's no land. It's like underneath.
Yeah, it is there. It's just really far down.
And I know. That's why I'm not happy about it.
I know. It'll be fine. We'll be great.
It'll be good.
It'll be great.
I can see the trees from over there. We're okay.
Say it'll be great one more time and I'll believe you.
It'll be fine.
Well, let's just go. Let's start. Because we keep on talking about how great it was. It won't be great when we're just sinking in the middle.
Yeah, so let's get going.
all right. So this is an important question for Tommy, and I haven't really looked at your character sheet in a while. And we know you are a fisherman.
Yeah.
Do you have any ranks in any profession?
Sailor.
You did.
Yeah.
Well, boom.
I'm so happy. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I made my character right. Come on.
He has one rank in ice skating.
Yeah, no, I have ranks in sailor. I have one rank.
Yeah, that's one I could have.
That's because that's all I can have, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're good.
So what we're going to do here is you're going to be directing everybody. We're going to be doing a group activity. And so who's the other one that is rowing?
Paddling.
I'm sorry.
Well, you're pretty strong. Yeah.
Paddling.
And you are kind of in the center. It would make sense if you were rowing.
Paddling.
I'm sorry, paddling.
Perhaps. Or
Yeah,
he might
yeah,
want to
it would
focus
be
on.
Trunk and myself.
All right.
Okay.
Because Bramble's got
What should I
the
roll
music.
here?
Let's sing a sea shanty.
All right. So Bramble,
can
you're
do
going
that.
to give us some shanty music.
Absolutely.
Now I do have a question. I don't want to belabor things, but do you have like an inspirational song that gives skill bonus that you could throw out?
No, I just have the one wherever it is, inspire courage for
Okay.
combat.
All right. Well, give us a perform check.
Perhaps you could learn
All
Party in the
right.
USA. That's my
Yes.
inspirational song.
And then Tommy, you're going to be giving us a profession, sailor. And then Trunk, I guess you're going to be just making a sounds like probably just a dex check to see if you are aiding Tommy.
I was told I needed to be strong, not good at anything.
You know, that's fair. Okay. You're right.
Physics allows the
You're right.
whole-
Yeah, give me a strength check to aid him, and then what we'll do is we're going to just a couple checks to see if you guys tump the boat.
Dates in that 20. 23.
Wow,
I got it all figured out.
you really do.
Are you even paddling?
It's like we're just driving across this thing. It's great.
So yeah, you really knew how to distribute the weight. You get everybody in there. Trunk. What did you?
11.
Okay, so you aided. Yeah, that's all you needed. So and you said 23. So you guys got a 25 then to paddle this canoe. That's impressive.
And I
And-
got
and we
a
got a-
22 for the performance. So.
You guys are working like in synergy. Zinnia, you're flying above them. Well, I mean, at this point, unless you're wanting to sit.
No, I'm flying.
All right.
Don't want to upset the balance.
It's very carefully thought out.
Mhm.
Now, I would imagine Zinnia is probably a little uncomfortable flying above open water.
Well, that's why I'm flying
Over the boat.
Above the boat, the
canoe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the canoe.
And
Mhm.
then we've established, though, that our dwarf, just because your innate nature and connection to the earth,
Yeah.
do you think this is the first time you've been on a boat?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I get a bit gassy when I'm nervous. I apologize for Trunk. To Trunk, I should say. Probably nothing you've smelt worse in the forest, right? Decay and whatnot.
A dwarven flatulence is nothing compared to a fawn.
Well, yeah. Well, wait until we're in a tent together.
All right. Well, you guys make amazing time
Mm-hmm.
heading out over the water. You, if you look at the map, I am actually going to move you out past this large, like peninsula that's in the lake, and you're going to get out well into the middle of the lake on that check.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the day is cool, even though it's a bit cloudy. There's a nice cross breeze, and you guys are working together to the rhythm of Bramble's song. Give me perception checks.
15.
24.
It's 15.
16.
That is 11.
Okay. Well,
12. Sorry,
12.
I lied.
Well, Bramble, you're focused on the song. I mean, everybody else notices.
You're in the
it.
back of the canoe
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You can't see it.
I'm actually thinking even Zinnia is the most likely to spot it, just because of your extra bonus of altitude. But you guys notice as you kind of get towards the middle of the lake, there's some floating debris out here, some logs and things that you navigate around. But most of you notice that there is a floating crate a bit away from, like, not in your path, but a little bit off to the side, just bobbing gently in the water. You could just keep going, but it is
I'm a bit paranoid of traps because it seems like anything we go up to, we get attacked.
really.
Well, we didn't get attacked by the statues, the stone statues.
Yeah.
We didn't get attacked by the bad music in the forest.
Yeah. Well, we did.
No.
Our ears were assaulted.
Eh,
But the fox trap,
mhm,
right?
mhm.
And the little pixie was a trap, right?
Well, she came up to us. So,
Well, I could get us there. We'll take a vote, maybe. Who wants to examine the crate?
I vote I stay inside the canoe.
I mean, technically you're steering.
You're paddling, not me.
You
Can't do much about it.
Well, I'll go to the crate.
All right, so you divert towards the crate.
I mean, is it really far out of the way?
No, I mean, it's just going to cost you an extra, 15, 20 minutes.
Well, that's like a fifth of the whole time.
Yeah,
No, that's
okay.
like a third of the whole
okay.
trip.
Okay, maybe not that much. I'll just say 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, if it's 5 minutes, yeah. But if it's way out there, I'm not going.
All right. It's close enough.
All right.
All right, so you divert to the crate and paddle your way over to it. You can see that it is swollen and floating low in the water. And you bring the canoe safely up, kind of near it.
I use the paddle and press the top. Does it come back up?
It does.
Could you grab that? Dayroom.
The crate,
Yeah, the crate. Just hold
like
it.
with my hands.
Oh, well.
How big is it? You said.
I mean, it's probably a 2x2 crate.
Oh,
and it's waterlogged.
Oh, it's well. Hold on. We got. I've got.
Oh no, I'm holding on. Trust me.
I've got to do some calculations real quick.
Well, I do have engineering as one of my knowledge skills, so I could probably go like, okay, with waterlogged. Right.
Maybe just open the crate.
I'll just slightly
that might be a
lean
bad
to the
idea.
left while he's starting to go.
I'll perhaps do my best to. I'll get near it, like grab it, and see if I can lift it up.
Okay.
Oh, we'll do that.
Then Darun, make a
It's a trap.
make a strength check.
Oh.
And everybody else make dexterity checks. Or
This-
actually, we'll say acrobatics if you have it.
Or not strengths. Strength I was good with.
Well, you're doing strength to pick it up.
Right.
They're maintaining the balance of the canoe.
Oh, oops.
Actually, you know what? Tommy, you could do sailor in lieu of that.
I got a natty.
If that's better.
I got a natty 20. So
It is.
22.
Okay.
It's 15
All
for
right.
me.
Ready for the one that's really going to matter?
Yeah.
Ooh, 17 instead of the one I expected.
Bram.
16.
Whew, that made me nervous. Zinnia, are you doing anything while this is?
Yeah, I'm flying above, looking at them being foolish.
All right. Darun, so are you going to try to bring the crate into the canoe? That's what the plan is?
I was trying to lift it. Yeah, I mean, it was a smaller to me. I thought it was bigger than that. So yes, I'm going to grab it and try to bring it into the canoe
All right.
quickly as possible.
I mean, it's heavier than expected because, like I said, it is pretty waterlogged. And as you begin pulling it over the edge of the canoe, you feel the canoe it's definitely getting low in the water, like getting dangerously low. But you haul that crate into the canoe. It goes a bit tippy, and everybody's like, "Woo!" back and forth. But you all manage to impressively maintain balance.
It's because I'm here. It's what it is.
Yeah, that was pretty tricky. And then now you've got this waterlogged dripping crate sitting in the canoe in front of
Yeah,
you.
in my lap. Is there any markings on it? On what I can see from the side I can see?
No.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Oh. Okay. Detect magic on the crate. You do detect a tiny bit of magic in there.
Oh, there's a bit of magic in here. I also going to Detect Evil. I'm a bit of a paranoid one.
It's an evil
if
magic
it's too
trap.
good to be true, it is.
Well, generally the way, because we're running an alignment free game,
Sure.
is you would only detect something that was like spiritually aligned with a deity.
Sure.
I mean, if there was a deific weapon or something on there,
Sure.
that would be
Okay. It's just more of a flavor at this time.
Well, no, that's fine. And the magic is extremely, extremely faint.
Okay. Well, should I open it?
No, we should get across the lake
Well,
and then
let's
open
just
it.
take it.
Well,
with
I'm
us.
not throwing or
It doesn't
paddling.
matter.
Just, but don't
Okay.
open it
Just
while
run-
we're moving.
Okay.
It's like a balance, man. It's very delicate. All right.
Get
I'll just go on to
across.
holding the sides of the boat very tightly.
He'll be fine. And then
All right.
we'll
Okay.
continue on our journey.
We can paddle, yeah?
Yeah, you can. So the canoe is definitely, tell me whether or not you would say it aloud, is running way lower in the water than you would normally be happy about. So you just have to make a slightly higher roll. So I had to get the rest of the way across.
Yeah, it's not something I would announce to anybody.
But we saw it going lower, so we probably knew, right? I mean, we saw.
No, it's they're supposed to ride like that. It's for speed. All right, I would like to go.
All right, well, give me another check, and then Trunk roll to aid. And go ahead and give me, for Bramble and Darun, you guys can make either acrobatics or just dex checks to help
7.
maintain the balance here.
It's an unnatural 20.
That's fantastic. Trunk,
It is a natural 20 for
you
23.
guys are amazing.
It's like I've done it my whole life.
I got an unnatural 7.
Natural 7. Okay. I mean, Darun, you were feeling as you passed through the center of the lake.
That's all shaking.
You're definitely shaking. This is the farthest you've been away from the shore. You're probably white knuckling the sides.
I'm just looking straight at the trees.
But you are
The land ahead of me.
you are actually contributing to the destabilization of the boat. Bramble,
14.
14. Okay. Well, you're kind of a net. You're not balancing out.
I'm just say prayers to Tobris.
You've got to relax, man. Right? Just breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Not like hyperventilate. Just calm.
Okay.
Just breathe to the music.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
I'd rather pray. That's just kind of my meditation.
Well, pray to the music. All right?
I'm just going to pray. I'll be quiet.
Well, to my amazement, you guys successfully crossed the lake without mishap.
It's just like I planned it the whole time.
So just as we're getting to the shore, I begin wondering if I should make our landing fun. Just staring at the dwarf and his nervousness.
Yeah, and then you see Cordra going, growling at you.
I don't think that would slow Truck down.
Not at all.
That's an invitation.
So as you reach the northeastern shore of the lake, and again, now it's like early afternoon, you can see a pretty wide open, very lightly forested area. I mean, it's just more grass than trees. It's definitely hilly. This is the farthest outskirts of the hills that do eventually lead up into the Giant's Teeth. Even from this vantage point, I'm pretty sure that you can make out kind of in the distance, surrounded by some trees as a structure, but I'm trying to see, that's still pretty far. Well, probably, because it is elevated. It's about half a mile. So you could definitely see the structure because it's a good size, and it's kind of just up into the foothills. Like I said, there are trees kind of ringing around it here, but you look around for probably the best sandy or muddy spot to disembark from this canoe, and we'll just get one more check for everybody to safely get out. Tommy, you can make another sailor, and we'll just have everybody else we'll do an acrobatics to successfully get out.
So this is once we're already basically at the shore.
Yeah, you've got the shore. Tommy's like you basically row the canoe up all the way where the prow gets up under the mud, and it's that awkward point where you're all trying to get out and not dunk yourselves.
13.
Okay.
My haste gives me a 19. I want to get on land.
Nat 20.
Nice.
That is still a strength or dex?
This would be acrobatics, so that's dex.
Okay, so that's an 11.
Okay.
Do you want it for the
Oh yeah. Go ahead and
26.
of course. And
You do a somersault while you're at it?
Well, it's not for me. That's Nipper.
Oh, well.
yeah, you should probably just roll
He
a
can-
quarter too. Oh, the quarter might just jump into the water.
Corda just jumps into the water.
Now, were you anticipating doing something mischievous over there?
Well, I mean, I imagine I got in the boat first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very much so,
So
yes.
logically, I should get out of the boat first.
No, exact opposite.
I don't think that's how that
So logically,
Logically, you get out of the boat last.
Yeah.
with an intelligence subpar and never betting in a boat before, I'm going to start to get out of the boat first. And then I will blame it on not knowing.
Okay, so yeah, everybody starts to disembark, and then Trunk just is like, "All right," and then stands up in the canoe.
Trunk, you got to go last.
So Quarter leaps out into the water. Nipper just like hops over people to safely get them to land, and the other, I guess we'll just have the other three of you make a reflex save to see if you end up going in.
Sure.
But I rolled a 19.
Oh,
Acrobatics.
I know. It does. It does.
Oh,
A natty 20. A natty 20.
I got a 1. So I went into the drink.
Sounds like someone's prayers worked, eh?
I've got a 20.
Aha!
So Tommy, you turn, and because you were going to get out, you were going to get out first,
Well,
and then
sure.
Probably pull up
get
you
out
were
first.
you pulled, and then you were just starting to
Mhm.
plan to get out, and then you look, and You see him stand up, and you're just about to chastise him, and there's part of you that is just convinced he did that on purpose because they just throw it like head first into the muddy water.
Spending my whole life in boats, I am not at all surprised by this hijinks, and I'm all for it. So I'll get out of the water and smile a big smile. I'd like to think though, with a nat 20, the music, like the crescendo, like peaked right as we hit the.
It was perfect. That was
when you fell into the water. Was there a sad trombone?
a slide whistle.
That was the best boating ever recorded.
I'll grab the edge of the canoe and help bank it up.
Yeah. You all get out onto the shore with Tommy. Tommy and Quarter, the only ones being wet, and you can drag that chest
quickly,
or drag that crate,
and I'll drag the canoe all the way on shore.
Okay.
And there was rope in the canoe, correct?
There's a 50-foot rope that he had, but I'm guessing there was probably rope. A tie down, I don't know. It's not a boat, it's a canoe. Do you have a tie down for a canoe?
Yeah, and I would tie it to something on the shoreline so it doesn't float away.
Well, I mean, he had just dragged it full on into his camp, so
I don't think we need
you could do the same.
I mean, yeah, if I don't know what the shoreline looks like, I want to drag it onto the ground high enough that it won't float away.
That is
Yeah,
so working together, you can easily, bring it in good 4 or 5 paces,
sure,
20 feet or more. So it is not going to go. It's not going to float away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, now open the box. Open the box. Open the box. Open the box.
I'll try to open the box.
Does anybody have a pry bar?
I have a hammer.
Okay.
And I'll take my hammer and hit the box in a place that perhaps it would open up.
I mean,
I've seen a crate before. I know how it opens, right?
Yeah. So you're trying to not just smash it. You're trying to get the top off.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Come from the side, like up the nails. I'm guessing there's some kind of nail or whatnot in it.
All right. Then give me a strength check.
Strength check. Huh? 5.
All right. So you bang on a little bit, but it's pretty stuck.
Tommy, open the box. Open the box. Open the box. Open the box.
Right. I will open the box.
I mean, you can keep going, and you could also
No. I'll just step away and mumble something underneath my breath. Yeah, Tommy, open the box.
Yeah, I will attempt to open the box.
Do you have any tool to help you?
I have 2. I only got 11 though.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is not meant to be impossible, but it is definitely sturdy and like hammered shut.
Trunk.
Yeah.
So
open the box. Open the box. Open the box.
I do enjoy property damage.
Yeah, we know.
I feign that I'm going to pick it up and just smash it on the ground, but then I'll just beat the corner of it. That is an 18.
So you're going to smack the corner of it. Okay. Then with your big meaty hand.
I mean, I'll probably just grab his hammer. That seems to be.
Oh, whoa! You can have the other hammer, but you can't grab this hammer. Yeah. You don't grab a man's hammer.
Why not?
Oh.
I mean, there is an extra hammer, right?
I have 2 hammers. You can have my other hammer. Yeah.
I'm not picky. Hammer's a hammer.
I'm a bit picky.
Okay, so he gives you his old cast-off heirloom hammer.
It's just a regenerate. It's just a remake. Grandma told me it was in the family forever, but I know it's
a reproduction.
It's got made in Chinaville, and I don't know where that is, but
Wow.
All right. Well, you smash a hole in the corner of the crate. You hear some jingling inside, and you can continue at that point to. Now that you have a spot where you can pry it open, you can just make a strength check.
Oh, another
strength check to get it open. Yeah.
it was wet and waterlogged. It's hard to open.
Nat 20, 23.
Okay. Then now that you've got a good spot, Trunk just basically.
I love ripping the tops off of things.
It's like opening a present at Christmas. He just tears the top off and throws it aside, revealing the contents.
What's inside? What's inside?
There are some things inside that are intriguing. So the bulk of the contents appear to be a large rope net.
Okay.
But there are things wrapped inside the rope net that you can withdraw. So you work together, open it up, and there's a 10 by 10 rope net. There are 2 bottles of wine, a handsaw, and a small leather pouch with a potion inside.
Ooh, can I pick up the potion? It's not a big potion.
It's not a big potion.
Okay. And I will do detect magic on the potion, and because of my thing that I have, what is it called?
You're talking about your skill?
My eye for the wondrous.
Oh, what is this?
I can identify the properties of a magic item using detect magic in 1 round.
Mm.
Okay, so go ahead and you still make a spellcraft check.
25.
All right, this is a potion of stabilize. So it's basically a cantrip level potion. So not the most exciting. So it doesn't actually heal you of any damage, but somebody who is dying could ingest it and it will stabilize them to prevent them from actually dying.
Doesn't a fairy have something already to help stabilize using their their fairy dust?
Whoa.
I caught myself.
Yes, I do. I have the ability to stabilize.
I read that somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah. But, I mean...
I have stabilize as a cantrip, so
Yeah. But
if someone else wants it.
I mean, it seems like maybe Tommy should use it. He keeps getting hurt.
Well, it was
well,
just one
really,
time.
We should give it to someone who can stabilize him.
It should be given to someone who can't already stabilize. So Tommy having it makes good sense if he's going to use it on one of us if we happen to fall.
Oh.
Well, I mean, somebody should take it. That's fine. I don't need it.
Oh, okay.
But
Maybe
It's the person holding the potion. It's not for them. It is for
I understand.
others.
I will.
Got
Do you
that
have it in your
entirely.
hand?
I do.
It should go to Bramble.
Here, Bramble.
That's what I was thinking.
I can take it, yes.
All right.
How heavy is the rope net?
It is 40 pounds.
Wow. Oof.
Yeah.
Not like something I could really use.
Yeah, no, it's that's why this is also
That
heavy.
makes it a little bit more impressive that I was able to pull it out of the water.
Would I know what the cost of a rope net is? I imagine they'd have to be fairly expensive.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, that's probably to buy one, that is basically 4 gold. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So there's no
You
writing
wanna
on
hold this?
there's no writing on any of the crate.
Why don't we
Nowhere?
just leave it with the canoe and get it on the way back?
I mean, it's kind of stained away. You really can't read it. I mean,
Why
it
wouldn't
probably
we?
had something on it.
True.
I mean, the only thing that would make any sense here is if one of those mysterious fishermen or whatever actually did come up from Raven Rock and then lost this or sunk.
The river goes this way, though, right? From River Rock, it flows this way into the lake.
No,
or the other way around.
the lake feeds.
Okay,
Yeah,
and this was just in the middle of the lake, huh?
yeah.
So it couldn't have gotten from Raven Rock.
No,
I mean, it could have. It just would have been a lot of
Not gone through the
work.
river, yeah. Well, we've got daylight.
Yep. So at this point it is pretty much almost like 2 in the afternoon.
We're not that far away, yeah, from the ruins.
You are not that far away.
Yeah, we might want to. We've had kind of a big day. Don't you want to take a bit of a break before we get to the
I was
ruins?
resting on the canoe.
I don't think they call that rest, mate.
I was.
Shaking.
Oh, yes. I mean, I prayed to Tobris.
Yeah.
But if you want to sit around and dry off, I understand.
I mean, I think the lesson we have learned here is anytime we want to rest, we can go ahead and do it right on the lake, and you'll be okay with that.
Well, I didn't go sit there.
What do we do?
Well, I mean, if you want to... is anybody hurt?
Yeah, does anybody need to rest?
I mean, I don't have to rest.
Nobody gets... A short rest doesn't really exist.
It does not.
does not.
Yeah.
No one gets spells back or anything like that.
Okay.
No, I mean, at this point, if you were hoping to gain resources back, because you've had a big day.
Mhm.
I mean, you started the day off, at the Heart Tree. You fought a Tatzelworm. You did all the stuff there. Then you did some hiking.
That was all today.
That was all. It's been a big day.
Oh
So I know
my.
you've exhausted some
pretty early.
resources. But you do know that for every day you are gone, somebody else dies.
Well, I'm a bit excited. I want to go see the ruins. I mean, that's kind of my
I'm
thing.
kind of scared of the ruins.
Oh, don't worry.
It's a lot of iron.
Well, let's get to it then, unless somebody would like to rest.
Let us go.
All right. So you pull your stuff together and begin hiking towards the old dwarven ruins. It does not take you very long to get within very close proximity to that, of which I will now change your view. And let me know if it's all dark again.
Just the front of the wall, so it looks like we can see the path from the south.
I do have a picture of the ruined building. All right, there we go. And I'm going to bring up I have a handout here, which is a picture of the ruins. We'll show that to everyone. There you go. So you should see that the structure, while maybe not immediately clear, does have monastery is more what you would think versus like a keep, castle, that type of thing. Can everybody see the picture? Did that pop up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, good. So it is a 2-story structure, although there is a 3-story tower, and there is an opening. So the path you're on is not any sort of maintained path. I mean, this is just really kind of beat dirt, pretty much overgrown. I've indicated a path that you can kind of follow up there, but don't think of it like any sort of maintained path. Although not depicted on that map, on the front of this structure, right outside the door, are a pair of large stone statues, medium-sized stone statues. And so there are trees kind of encroaching on the other sides of it, but other than that, that is what you see. What do you want to do?
I'm just going to listen for a moment, see if I hear anything.
I would like to approach it a little bit closer so I can physically see. I'm looking for any kind of holy symbols or any kind of symbolology from the builder. Or I would like to. I'm excited. It's like my Christmas. So I would like to approach closer and then sense spirit.
Okay.
I know this might be a little bit harder with this, but obviously if there's evil spirits and stuff, I would imagine it would pop up.
All right. How close do you need to get to the
60
building?
feet.
All right. So at this point then, are you going to walk together? I mean, assuming you're staying as a group so that Darun can indicate he would like to do something, you get within about 60 feet of the front door.
Yeah, Corda and I are walking out.
Okay.
She's
So we have
Yeah.
that. Tommy, you're
Yeah,
sticking with Darun.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything in particular while I assume he's telling you what he wants to do? He's going to feel the place out.
Yeah. And I'm sure he's kind of droning on about how excited he is about it. So
Yeah.
I'm really just trying to keep a lookout as for things moving inside maybe the windows and such.
All right. Give me a perception check. Trunk.
Same.
All right. Trunk. Perception. Bramble.
I will follow the group and also just look around to see if anything sticks out.
Okay. Then give me a perception check. And Zinnia.
Yeah, I already said I was listening and checking things out.
Okay. All right. Then you all approach within about 60 feet of the structure. Darun, you cast your spirit sense, and that tells you, I'm sorry.
It's just like detect evil, only it's not like a third level. I can tell.
Well, it's detecting like undead spirits.
Yep. It's one of them.
Yeah, I just need to know what all you're going to be picking up here.
Yep. Attuned to the spiritual world.
Okay. While you're doing that, what was everybody's perceptions?
18.
Also 18.
14.
14 as well.
All right. So you're all pretty hyper aware, and you don't see any assailants or any creatures around. It's not unnaturally silent or anything. What you do see is up on the top of the front wall are a couple, like 2 large black crows, and they're kind of like just, making some cawing noises, but they're otherwise not doing anything.
So this comes in a little bit more handier than I thought. I can detect the presence of undead, fey, outsiders, and astral, ethereal, or corporeal creatures. Ability functions like detect undead, and the druid detects all of these creatures rather than trying to detect one kind.
All right. You reach out and do a very good sensing of the area, and so that's focused basically like in a cone.
It's a 60. Yeah, it's just like to detect undead or detect evil. Paladin would have like 60-foot cone.
All right. You don't detect any of those things.
Okay. I might do that when I get closer, but I will let you know if I do.
Okay.
Because right now we're 60 feet away, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so So it seems fine for now. I'm going to go closer. I'm just going to keep walking. It's rather a large ruin to be in the middle of the forest or at the foothills, I guess. It sticks out. It's out of place, it seems, yeah.
This is basically at the foothills. It's you did have to climb some. Now,
Sure.
you did gain some elevation. So looking back, you're probably, you're probably 100 feet higher than the lake at this point. So
Sure.
you it was a little hike, even though it wasn't that far. And it is definitely rocky here, and the grasses are growing. But why this is here? Umros had told you that he knew this was out here, and you'd read about it, and there wasn't a lot of information about who these dwarves were or what they were doing here.
Sure.
But it was one of those things that was on your to-do list to investigate as part of your Earth Elder thing.
Okay.
You had asked about holy symbols and such like that.
Yes.
You don't see anything from your vantage point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to try to. What I'm looking for is basically structurally. We are here to get. Remind me again.
The iron bloom mushrooms.
Okay, so let's look for those. Those are important. That's number one, right?
That is
Yes.
the entire reason we are here, yes.
Correct.
For you, yes. I understand. We're here, but where would we find? We would find those growing on iron. Is that what, or is that just a name?
They're going to be probably in the ruins.
Okay, in the ruins.
Yeah.
Well, then let's. The front. Does it look like it's just the doors that are falling out? The rest of the structure looks pretty well put together, or is it in crumbling? Like the roof is gone, or?
Well, no, it's actually looking pretty in bad shape.
Okay.
So the squat structure basically sits at the imposing hills of the Giant's Teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You would clearly assess it as a monastery.
Okay.
Made of simple stone blocks, worn smooth with the passage of time, the stout building is falling apart.
Mm.
Sections of the slanted shell roof have collapsed, and portions of the outer wall have crumbled. Weeds and wild thorn plants run rampant across the field leading up to the place, leaving only the slightest indication of a path that ends at the ruined front doors, beyond which you see an overgrown yard sitting in shadow.
Such a shame. Well, I will once again cast my spirit sense at the door. When I'm going to come up to the door between the two statues, and Corda is next to me.
All right. Then you all approach, presumably working, still kind of moving together as a group, up towards the old statues.
I'm going to try and caw at the crows.
They caw angrily back at you, and then take to flight and flutter away.
Mm.
The statues are 5 feet tall and are made of worn stone. They are basically both clearly dwarves, and they're holding aloft stone hammers, although the statue on the right has suffered some damage. The stone hammer and the whole shaft and everything is broken off. Part of his arm is broken off, and part of his head has been shorn clean by a blow or something.
But these are crafted.
They are crafted.
Okay.
They don't look like they've been turned.
Okay.
You can again make history checks.
Okay. For the area?
Yeah.
That is a 8.
I've got a 17.
All right. So yeah, Bramble. What you get with that is that the style of the statues and the dress stylistically look similar to the statues or the stone people back in the forest.
I see.
Like there's some similarities to that. Other than that, you know that these are, besides the fact that they're dwarven, definitely are somehow associated, with the dwarven kingdoms. But that's really all you glean from this. And that, they seem very old.
All right. I shared that information with the rest of the group.
So this place is old.
I'd assume so,
Yeah,
yes.
We've been around a bit. Speaking of which, does the doorway seem safe enough to walk through?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, definitely there's damage around here, but you think you can enter safely enough into the courtyard?
All right. I will like to enter the courtyard again, doing a spirit sense. I don't want to be obnoxious about it, but I will be on my...
But you're going to be obnoxious about it, is what you're saying?
Yep.
All right. I will reveal the courtyard.
Oh.
Yeah.
As you step through the old stone arch into this courtyard, you can see again, it is heavily overgrown. It was probably once a combination of like stone, like flagstone.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them have been broken, but all of them have been fully overgrown with crawling vines, grasses growing up between them. Immediately to the left, you can clearly see that there was a wooden structure there that is completely collapsed in on itself. Only 2 partial walls remain. To the northeast side of the courtyard, the outer wall has collapsed in a pretty big pile, so you can see out. There is a closed door on the north side. There is a slightly open door on the west side through which you can see piles of leaves and debris. And the base of the tower has a closed door. There is a stone well in the northeast or northwest corner, near which you see like an old weathered leather sack. And that is all you detect at the moment. So while you're all standing there in the courtyard, in the distance, somewhere out in the woods to the east, you hear a mournful wolf howl, sort of echoing out. Not sure if it's kind of an ominous warning, but there is something about this place that feels, besides being old, it just feels ominous. Maybe it's part architecture.
Is it more of a gothic look?
Yeah, it is. It's got that look to it where this is designed to invoke like these feelings of, appreciation, but just a little bit of discomfort.
You see how they used the sharp spires.
So somewhere in these ruins,
Beautiful arches.
you are hopefully confident that you will find some iron blue mushrooms.
Ooh,
But we're going to find those next
we
week.
will.
All right.
Excellent.
Danger.
Uh-oh.
No one saw this coming. An old rundown druid monastery. Perfectly fine. Let's go in and get what we need and then leave.
Easy.
Easy.
One time a collection, go find this at this location.
Yeah.
Just have it be like populated by really nice folks who are like, oh yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh, we got extra of that.
Oh,
Here
yeah,
you go.
need that. Oh,
Boom. Done.
I'm so glad this is going to help someone out.
Very
I
much
mean,
so.
What, to be fair, the hag's place was kind of like that. It was like, take
Yeah,
what you
everybody
need.
thinks of friendly when they think of a hag.
Yeah, and the cauldron attacked us.
It was a side thing.
You know, or we could show up someplace and they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, we've been trying to get this off our hands for a while.
Yeah.
You'd be doing us a favor
No,
by
it
taking
grows
this."
everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll pay you to take some away.
Yeah.
That would be a grand adventure indeed.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So it's going to be your first quote unquote dungeon.
Ooh.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks again.
All right.
Okay.
And next time we'll see what happens.
All right. Sounds good.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed our show and want more, please leave us a rating and review on whichever platform you use. And of course, feel free to share us on social media. We'll be back next week with more adventures in the world of Tellus. To tide you over, you can read more about the cast, characters, and the world of Tellus at adventuresedgerpg.com. And if you're going out on your own adventure, be careful taking unnecessary risks. One mistake may cost you more than you gain. Stay safe out there.